Good morning, folks. How are you today? I hope you're doing well. It's Wednesday morning, right? January 29th. I'm your host, BKP, and you're watching BKP Politics on voiceofruralamerica.com. I hope you're doing well. You know, I challenge you. We start with a challenge. I have a couple challenges for you this morning. I challenge you to find something in the last week, over a week now, that President Donald Trump is doing in the middle of working on making happen that he did not campaign on. Now, maybe it's just the fact, that we have become accustomed to politicians just lying to us. All right? Maybe that's the case. Maybe we have come accustomed to, you mean you said that and you really plan to do it. That may be the case. Now there's, from every side, there are people picking apart every single move, every single action, every sentence, everything he signs. I got it. Okay. And I understand I don't live in a perfect world. I understand this morning I survived. If I'm here and you're out there, we together survived. We know it's bad. Kamala Harris and Joe Biden. In fact, Joe Biden is finding out now that he survived himself. He made it. But that being said, every single thing, and I'm going to show you several today, Donald Trump campaigned on, he is doing. You can't be shocked. If you're a business owner out there, let me say this nicely, okay? Because if you're new to the show, welcome. Glad to have you. You're always welcome here. If you're an old timer, I mean, not old like old timer, but if you've been around a while on the show, I have background with immigration, legal immigration. I have background with working with men and women that came to this country for a better life for their family. All right. The media, the corrupt, deep state, corporate corrupt media, they like to find someone and cry and say, I came here for a better life. Yes, I know I was bringing drugs in or whatever, but I came here for a better life. That's what they're taught. Say you came here for a better life for your family. All right, that being said, if you are a business owner out there today, I wish you well. Now, let's just welcome to the program. I'm your host, BKP. You're watching BKP Politics on voiceofruralamerica.com. Now, we're not attacking business owners in this country. We went through COVID, all right? Went through COVID. No one would go back to work. When I say no one, many would not return to work. We sent out checks. Don't forget this. We sent out how many months of extended state and federal unemployment that didn't have to be paid back. And if memory serves me right, just check this out. I just want to throw it out there. The COVID unemployment didn't have to be. Did you have to claim that on your taxes? I don't remember. I'm just throwing it out there. Ask the question. But anyhow, remember, we had people. These people are so corrupt. And Donald Trump has zero choice, not a little bit, not 5%, 10%. If we are going to restore this country, if we're going to restore a work ethic, people get mad at me like, well, wait a minute, I'm an American. Are you talking about us and our work ethic? Yeah, just a little bit. Okay. Some, not all. Many people are out there on the road, headed down the road this morning, moms and dads, so they can make a paycheck to take care of their families. We respect that. We know who you are. We love you. We care for you. God bless you. We know what you've gone through for the last several years trying to pay insurance, buy your kids shoes, and buy gas and eggs. And even up to the point where, Biden killed 100 million chickens so there'd be an egg shortage. So everybody in the media room could look and say, how come the eggs prices are up? Well, I'm backing off the bad words. Because not only could my mom be watching, she could be here. Yes. A little touchy today. I got a little touchy. So anyway, moving right along. But we had people sitting at home for God knows how long, $900 a week, right? Remember the old days? Remember the old days when, you lost your job and you went up to the unemployment office and, yeah, how much can I get? $236. What do you mean $236? That's it. Go find a job. If you can't deal with $236, we went to $900 a week, plus them supplemental checks that went out. I mean, we did thousands of dollars worth of loans. Remember, you got a 20 grand PPP, whatever it was, right? To maintain your employees and maintain your business and try to keep it open. There were people that stole that money that got millions of dollars, 700,000 in PPP loans or whatever they were. And then they were forgiven. You didn't have to pay them back. Come on, folks. Come on. You remember that? It went out. They shoveled money out. These people have been stealing by the trillions of dollars. And Trump said, no more. No more. We're going to stop it. Bottom line, okay? So don't forget. Now, back to my little note, because I love small business. I love the business owners out there trying to make things work on a daily basis. I get it. But we went through COVID. People were not working. When the restaurants did open up, they would have signs. You remember that? You go to a restaurant at 2 p.m, closed. What do you mean you're closed? Had to close early. The next shift did not show up. Remember that? Remember when you would see on social media your favorite pizza place closed Thursday? One person said they had COVID and they were at the restaurant yesterday, so we got closed for 7 days. You remember all of that? Well, let me just say this, okay? A lot of business owners out there did not have a choice. You wanted to be seated, you wanted a clean plate and a clean fork, and they had to find somebody that would wash the dishes. Because the dishwashing job, they, instead of thinking it was entry level, where you get your first job, it's entry level, and you're supposed to grow to the next level of your career in life. Yeah, I'm here. I answer the ad for the dishwasher. Okay. Pays $9.50 an hour. Oh no. And you have to work 6 days a week. You got to work at least 40. So what you're saying to me is I have to work 40 hours? Are you serious, man? And get $9.50 an hour? That's it? Yes. I'll tell you what, I'm good for 28 hours and $14.50, $15.75 an hour, 28 hours max. So that being said, before I get back, you know out there, a lot of business owners, you didn't have a choice but to put some people on your job sites, put some people in the kitchen washing dishes, put some people on the grill, okay? You didn't have choices. So all I want to say is you knew for how long Trump was going to do this. You knew this for how long? So, hey, look, I'm really concerned about the business owners that in America that had no choice. So wait a minute. I know I can hear it. I can hear it. So what you're saying is they had no choice. So you just hire illegals. You just put illegals in the kitchen. You just put illegals cutting the grass. Right? Well, let me tell you something, and I'm going to move on. When you're sitting there and you have $150,000 mortgage on your business and you bought $30,000 worth of restaurant equipment and or $100,000 and $20,000 worth of dishes and tables and salt shakers or whatever, and the bank says if you don't make the next payment, you're going to lose your restaurant and you're going to lose the house that you mortgaged. You're sitting there today and you bought 4 trucks. You had 4 trucks running and you have all these mowers, high expensive mowers and all this equipment for your company. The bank says if you miss the next payment, we're going to start repoing your equipment. That's called the real world, folks. It's called when you're back. I don't want to hear it when people say, oh, so it was okay to hire an illegal? No, it wasn't. It wasn't okay. But don't forget how many things we tend to think that just the illegals coming in this country and just the fact that businesses across this country hired many of them, that is what was wrong. That's the one wrong. Not true. Not true. All right. So Trump told you he was doing this. We'll talk more about that. I did not intend to get on that rant. I don't even know where that came from. I don't even know why that was necessary. So Trump is shutting down the gravy train. He is shutting down the gravy train. And they're angry. We'll get into that. But I'll tell you what, yesterday, I really enjoyed this. I for one, I never watched White House press briefings. I never watched them. I never watched them. I have zero interest in the little muffin top lesbian black lady standing up there with a binder like this and just lying, just looking and lying every day. And yesterday, a 27-year-old, beautiful young lady, 27 years old, a mom. I've seen pictures. Caroline what's her name? Levette, with her baby. She stood up there, proud to wear a cross. Wow, could you? I was like watching, thinking I was seeing some of the demons in some of those seats there, the demon media, the evil, demonic demon media with that cross. They were like, they were shaking as she was doing. Maybe I shouldn't say this. Well, there you go. What happens every time I think I shouldn't say this? She was standing up there with her cross on, right? doing a deep state corporate corrupt exorcism. And I enjoyed it. How about this? Eggs, right? The price of eggs. Now, we're gonna go over the deportations. We're going to go over what happened yesterday with the freeze on federal programs. We're going to talk about all of that. We're going to talk about RFK's confirmation hearing. We're going to look at that, and let's see. But this obviously to them. Number 60, the media will come on. Hi, Diane. Did I say good morning? I don't even know if I said good morning. But the media will come on and they will talk about ICE going to schools, ICE going to churches, ICE pulling the dad out of the home. All right. But this is not making top headlines anywhere. Now, you out there, and the reason I want to bring this up today, Diana, I want to go back to that one. That's number 60. I want to go back there, but give me this right here. Give me number 64. Today, President Trump will sign the Laken Riley Act. So the Laken Riley Act, Trump plans to sign the Laken Riley Act into law. That's today. And I do know the Lieutenant Governor of Georgia, Burt Jones, and State Senator Brandon Beach are traveling today to be a part. So in Georgia, our Lieutenant Governor Burt Jones and a State Senator Brandon Beach are traveling to be a part of the signing of the Laken Riley Act with President Trump. Now, I don't know if Brian Kemp will be there because he's so shallow. Well, Marty's not going to allow him to be there, so let's not get sidetracked. But that happens today. Now, Laken Riley was murdered, a Venezuelan illegal, right? Right? Laken Riley was murdered. I want 68, and then I want to go to 60. So all the media is going nuts, and you have principals going to the microphone and doing press conferences where they're telling their teachers and they're saying, superintendent of schools across the country, principals saying, you know what, if ICE shows up, here are the rules. And you don't have to do this. You can hide anyone you want. Nowhere to run. Vicious Tren de Aragua. I don't know if it's pronounced it that way, but we'll go with it anyway. Vicious Tren de Aragua, ringleader, busted in New York City. Immigration raids on kidnapping warrant from Aurora, Colorado. Aurora, Colorado. Remember Aurora, Colorado, where ourselves, along with many, were breaking the story of the apartment buildings being taken over by these Venezuelan gangs? And you remember they came out, and the very next week on a Sunday show, Jared Polis, the Jewish gay guy. Well, he is. He's Jewish. He's gay. He's the governor. So let me try that again. Colorado governor, Jewish gay guy. He said it himself, folks. He said himself on one of the networks one day, he's a Jewish gay guy. So I'm just repeating it. So get off my back. But anyway, I remember Polis, the governor of Colorado, coming on the very next week that this went out and Trump said it. He said, oh, I go shopping in Aurora all the time. It's a beautiful city. He would not acknowledge it. These people are being killed. The innocent boys, girls, moms, dads, Murdered. Every day you can pick up the paper or go online. That was generational, right? Pick up the paper. But every day you can go online somewhere in the United States, and one of these gang members of one of these illegal gangs in the country, someone's dead, someone's missing. So this guy, a violent ringleader, won it over the viral caught on camera break-in Aurora, Colorado, was among the illegal immigrants rounded up in deportation raids in New York City yesterday. Give me number 60. That is not making the news. All right? And stay out. Bronx neighbors cheer. Let me tell you something. If you live out there in the country, or you live out there in the burbs, okay? The people inside these cities that the Democrats created this crisis in Chicago and New York and Newark and Jersey City and Philadelphia and friggin' Atlanta, Tampa, wherever, all these Democrat spots that created these very dangerous gang war infested neighborhoods. There's moms, dads, clergy. There's people crying, please come in and help clean this mess up. Democrats have not done anything for us. They're cheering. They want these neighborhoods cleaned up. Give me number 59. Laken Riley Act signed today. Take out the trash. New York City minority communities cheer ICE raids that rounded up violent criminal migrants. Get them the hell off our streets. Now, there's a lot of fun being made. We'll do this little side note here. Number 18. And this is our new Homeland Security Director. This is not Mayor Orcus. All right. Trump administration to conduct major immigration operations in at least 3 cities. Now, this is Kristi Noem, number 47, if you don't mind here, Diane. Kristi Noem. She is the new Department of Homeland Security, Secretary of Department of Homeland Security. They're calling her Barbie Ice. Barbie Ice is they're calling her. This is 7 a.m. This is Secretary Kristi Noem, the new Homeland Security Director, Secretary. 7 a.m. yesterday morning in New York City, getting the dirt bags off the street. Noem, who assumed the role the day before, after serving as governor of South Dakota, further warned dirt bags like this will continue to be removed from our streets. Now, just briefly, remember this? Remember this? Video 16.
We have no choice. Within moments of my inauguration, we will begin the largest domestic deportation operation in American history. No choice. We have no choice because this is not sustainable. It's no wonder Joe Biden and his thugs are so desperate to stop us. They know that we are the only ones who can stop them. They know that.
There's no surprise here. He said the largest mass deportation. The largest mass deportation. You know, here, I'm going to tell you something in just a minute. Give me video 17, Diane.
To keep our families safe, the Republican platform promises to launch the largest deportation operation in the history of our country. even larger than that of President Dwight D. Eisenhower from many years ago. You know, he was a moderate, but he believed very strongly in borders. He had the largest deportation operation we've ever had.
So here's one of the criticisms that I get the most. Well, they're rounding up people that didn't commit any crimes. That's one. They're rounding up people that they said they were going to get criminals, and they're rounding up people that did not commit any crime. So let's see. What did Caroline think of that? Let's see what Caroline said to that question, video 13.
Caroline on immigration. Of the 3,500 arrests ICE has made so far since President Trump came back into office, can you just tell us the numbers? How many have a criminal record versus those who are just in the country illegally?
All of them, because they illegally broke our nation's laws and therefore they are criminals as far as this administration goes. I know the last administration didn't see it that way, so it's a big culture shift in our nation to view someone who breaks our immigration laws as a criminal, but that's exactly what they are.
You may have pointed one of the worst first. They all have a criminal record?
And welcome to the briefing.
If they broke our nation's laws, yes, they are criminal. Yes.
Thank you. On
Could you see them melting the demons as that cross was shining on them? I could see some in the back of the room. No, stop with the cross. Caroline, next time bring out some holy water. Splash it on the front row. Anyhow, okay, so enough of that. But yes, by the way, they are not undocumented. They broke the law, and they knowingly broke the law. They knew when they were on the other side of the border, they broke the law. They knew when they paid money to the coyotes, and I don't mean Wiley. You didn't get that? Wiley Coyote? All right. They knew when they paid the money to the coyotes to bring them up through Mexico, they were going to break the law. But Joe said no problem. Now, here's one of the criticisms, and I got to get out. I'm running long. Here's one of the criticisms that I'm hearing. Well, they're rounding them all up. Not every one of them have a criminal record, and they're getting some of the good ones with the bad ones. Okay, so here's what we have to do. Here's what we have to do. Our government, whether you won't like it or not, Joe Biden, Mayorkas, and all these bad people, they would come over 300,000 at a time. And we have the gotaways, but they'd come over 300,000 at a time. And what we need to do, and out of the 300,000, we don't know how many had the drugs. We don't know how many have fanned out across the country to work in the cartels. We don't know how many are here to cause us harm. But then we don't know how many out of the 300,000 that crossed illegally are actually here working somewhere in meat processing, whether it be construction, restaurants, whatever, and being productive. We don't know the numbers. But as we deport them, we're the ones supposed to take the time and sort everything out. That's our obligation, to sort it all out. I will tell you this. If someone innocent is caught up in a raid and they have all their documentation, they will get released if they have all their documentation and it's accurate. So it's like Tom Holman said, these ICE agents are professionals. Now, illegal immigration, I don't know how long I want to play this one, Diane, but let's go to Stephen Miller last night with Jake Tapper, video 8.
Jobs many Americans do not want to do. So,
how does President Trump make sure that the effort to deport people who are not in this country legally doesn't end up hurting Americans who want safe borders, absolutely, but also don't want to see even more higher prices in groceries?
Well, I mean, I'm sure it's not your position, Jake, you're just asking the question, that we should supply America's food with exploitative illegal alien labor. I obviously don't think that's what you're implying. Only 1% of alien workers in the entire country work in agriculture. The top destination for illegal aliens are large cities like New York, like Los Angeles, and small industrial towns, of course, all across the heartland, as we've seen with the Biden floods. Mm-hmm. None of those illegal aliens are doing farm work. Those 30,000 legal aliens that Joe Biden dumped into Springfield.
I'm talking about the ones that are.
But I'm explaining this. It's important to understand.
No, you're kind of changing the subject. I mean, I'm talking about the ones.
I will give me 30 minutes. I'll go as deep as you want on this. We don't have 30 minutes. Audience.
I don't have a 30. I'm talking about the ones that work in the agriculture industry.
I'm
you can come back and we can talk about the ones in the cities. I swear.
I'll do the whole answer. The illegal aliens that Joe Biden brought into our country are not full stop doing farm work. They are not. The illegal aliens he brought in from Venezuela, from Haiti, from Nicaragua, they are not doing farm work. They are in our cities collecting welfare. As for the farmers, there is a guest worker program that President Trump supports. Over time as well, we will transition into automation, so we'll never have to have this conversation ever again. But there's no universe in which this nation is going to allow the previous president to flood our nation with millions and millions of illegal aliens who just get to stay here. And we are especially not going to allow a subset of those illegal aliens to rape and murder our citizens. So we are going to unapologetically enforce our immigration laws, and as I'm sure you will celebrate, we are going to unleash the power and might of the U.S. government to eradicate the presence of transnational threats on our soil.
Okay, folks, something you heard in there we will dig into a little later. Automation. You heard automation. But we have a guest worker program. We can expand the guest worker program. Any politician that wants to come out and talk to me about a guest worker program, I could support that. I played a video. Remember, I think it's Diane. Today's Wednesday. I think Monday we played a video of a farmer in Florida that has used the guest worker program, and they pick his crops. He brings them in. He pays them. They're making $16 an hour. We showed you that the other day. So we're going through the inner cities for the most part, that I understand. Diane, give me 19, 20, and then 21, and we'll stop there. 19, 20, and 21. Trump officials issue quotas to ICE officers to ramp up arrest. Number 20, every day, every couple days, they're going to focus. Right now, it's Aurora, Colorado, Chicago, and New York City. Also, there's San Diego. It's not on the list. Number 21. Their averaging Sunday was 956, Monday 1179, Tuesday 969, and I'm okay with it. If you are a small business owner out there and you have people working for you, I understand you're under a lot of pressure trying to get your work done, trying to satisfy your customers and find people to do the jobs. I get that, but Trump told you this was coming. You knew this was coming, all right? So give me, had one more. I have to get out. It's already 8:34, and I'm running long. Where's it at? I had here just a minute ago, Diane, and I am going to find it. That's the freeze. Hegseth is Millie's going to be investigated. I like that one. So the transgender world, where in the heck is this at? Maybe I can't find it. Here it is. Give me, I want 41 and 41. Thank you, Diane. This is a different size there. ICE descends on San Diego border crossing with mile-long line of vehicles for biggest illegal immigration grab in recent history. Number 42, little highlight of that. Right there, the West Coast is this week and the East Coast is next week. It's about to get crazy in California. They need to fill 100,000 spots, meaning arrests is a directive. Folks, we don't have a choice. We don't have a choice. These people got to go. Laken Riley Act. The Laken Riley Act will be signed today. President Trump. And when we come back, the freeze of funding, and you realize Trump, what he did creating two genders, let me rephrase that. That was totally wrong. He didn't create two genders. What Trump did, only identifying that there's two genders, there's only two. It's amazing. I know we're running long, but here, give me video 18. This is from Catholic Charities. These people have been getting, why you think they're up in arms? These people are getting enormous amounts of money. Video 18 for just a minute. I don't know how long I'll play it.
Hi, my name's Barb Graham, and I'm an attorney at Catholic Charities of the Archdiocese of Milwaukee in the Refugee and Immigration Services Program. This is a video about knowing your rights if Immigration and Customs Enforcement approaches you. All people living in the United States, including people who are undocumented, have certain rights under the United States Constitution. If immigration officers, what we sometimes call Immigration and Customs Enforcement or ICE, come to your workplace, they must have a valid search warrant or the consent of your employer to enter.
It's all about the money. Trump is shutting the money down, and they're freaking out. They've been stealing trillions from us. All right, so when we return, the transgender inmate in a prison that got transferred. Let's see if I have anything else. Millie is going to be investigated, has lost his security detail, and will be investigated and may lose a couple stars off his shoulder. And today, maybe I have it here, Diane. Let me put this up. I know we're running late, but we got to put it up anyway. Today, number 27. All right. Number 27 is confirmations. That's Robert Kennedy Jr. and Kelly Loeffler. And then tomorrow, Kennedy for day 2, Kash Patel and Tulsi Gabbard. We will be right back after these brief messages. Take a break, Diane.